Hey guys, Andy from Grease Garage here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this rustic box centerpiece for your dining room table. Something on the honey-do list that my wife wanted me to do. So here we go, let's get going. Alright, so I had a lot of scrap pieces of 1x8 laying around the house. So I ended up using that, and I ended up cutting these down. I had 3 pieces cut down to 34 inches long by 5 inches high, and that made up the bottom and the 2 sides. And for the end pieces, I cut them to 6.5 inches by, again, 5 feet high. I also had this corner trim, wooden trim laying around the house, so I ended up using that for the corners just to make it look a lot nicer and finish it off. Ended up cutting these down to 5 inches. Also like to note that no fingers were cut off during this process, which I'm pretty proud of. Okay, so here I'm just taking my electric sander and going over all the pieces to smooth out all the rough edges. Okay, so here are the pieces I'm going to be working with. So you got the bottom piece right here, and the 2 sides, the 2 end pieces, and the 4 corners. So I'm just going to be mocking it up to see what it looks like before I put it all together. So I was going to use my finishing gun to throw in some nails to hold everything together. But of course my air compressor stopped working on me, so what I ended up doing is finding the smallest drill bit I had, and so you can see right here I'm drilling in some pilot holes, and I took those finishing nails and just hammered it in with a hammer. So right here I'm just putting in a bead of glue before I nail it all together. So here I'm just hammering them in by hand with the hammer, which worked out fine, it just took a little longer. Alright, so basically I'm doing this to each side, gluing it down, drilling the pilot holes, then nailing it all together. Again, same thing with these corners, putting some glue down and then nailing those down. Okay, so what I'm doing here is taking the hammer and lightly hitting all around the whole box to give it that rustic look. Alright, now I'm going to go over everything with some sandpaper, make sure it's all nice and smooth. Alright, next I'm going to go over everything with a damp cloth and get it all clean. Okay, here I'm using a dark walnut stain to cover the whole box. You can use any kind of dark stain you have if you have any laying around the house. I decided to go with this one because I had it. So after you cover the whole box in your dark stain, you're going to wipe it down and let that sit and dry for an hour or so and make sure it's nice and dry. So next I took a whitewash stain and covered the whole box in that. So once you cover the whole box in the whitewash stain, you wipe off all the excess stain and let that dry. And once it's all dry, I took my sandpaper and went over the whole thing and sanded it all down to give it that rustic look. You just keep sanding it down till you get the results you want. And after you're done, here's what it looks like. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.